Guarma, a large and unexplored island, makes the rest of the world of ER Redemption 2 feel gray and dreary. For the first time in Chapter 5, we see a completely unfamiliar setting for Arthur Morgan, a tropical forest and its inhabitants. Turtles, sharks, and a seemingly endless blue ocean. Rockstar Games' dedication to maximum immersion in the game world makes the player just as surprised. The main business on the island is the cultivation of sugar plantations, where political prisoners work. However, it's highly likely that real slaves are also at work here, sent from the port in Saint Denis.
Well, poverty will always be with us. But slavery, I thought we had banished that. Like Saint Denis is acting as a staging post for shipping slaves out to some of the islands.
I don't believe it. It's 1899.
Maybe you should take a look for yourself. I've heard that the pawnbroker down the block around the corner, the one with the green door, well, they say he sells more than forlorn trinkets.
The island itself consists of forested areas and beaches. The explorable parts of the island are located in the Bahia de la Paz Bay. The Arroyo de la Vibora River also runs through the area, which is home to exotic species of birds and snakes. Additionally, to the west of Guarma are unnamed background islands. Colonel Alberto Fissar, who you can meet even before Guarma at the mayor of St.
That is
Denis's
Alberto
place.
Fusar. He owns a sugar plantation out on the island, and he comes here to whore and despoil himself.
Governs all these plantations in Guarma itself. His right-hand man is the senior foreman, Levi Simon, who commands the local military forces.
Levi Simon, senior overseer for Alberto Fusar. We run the third most productive sugar plantation in the Northern Caribbean.
Due to the despotic rule of Colonel Fusar, who was recently exiled by the Cuban authorities, Hercule Fontaine, a Cuban revolutionary, begins a rebellion. The revolutionary receives significant support among the prisoners, slaves, and laborers.
Who is this Fusar?
Tyrant, driven by nothing but power and greed. Our only purpose is to work ourselves to death to make him rich.
Leon wants the people to stand up to Fusa, but most are too afraid.
And you?
I am not from here. I bring things in and off the islands behind Colonel Fusa's back.
The revolutionary force on the island became so influential that Colonel Fusar and his men had to start fighting the remaining opposition. So, upon arriving on the island, we can observe a full-blown civil war in Guarma. The main location on the island is the Hacienda Fusar. Alberto Fusar.
Let's rest a moment. Down there is Agua Dulce, Fusa's compound. The sugarcane these poor men kill themselves farming gets processed in that factory there.
They're little more than slaves shipped in from other islands. A group escaped yesterday into the jungle, hoping to find a way back to their home.
There's the state where all the harvested sugarcane is processed, after which it is loaded onto ships and sent to Cuba. Below the territory of the Fusar estate, there is a system of caves. The in-game estate is based on a real coffee plantation in Cuba. Not far from the gang's camp is the old Spanish church, La Capilla, which was abandoned at an unknown time. Downstream, there is a village inhabited by Guarma's residents, which is located near the sugar plantations.
That old fort? Cinco Torres. My men and I use that as a hideout when we are here.
The main center of resistance is located in Cinco Torres, an abandoned military port that, despite its condition, is still capable of engaging military ships. After the death of Colonel Fusar, the workers are freed from dictatorial oppression, and Hercule returns to Haiti. To find out the fate of the island of Guarma and its inhabitants, we need to go to Blackwater and buy the 74th issue of the newspaper. By the time of the epilogue, everything had only gotten worse. The sugar plantations only increased their turnover, leaving no opportunity for people to grow food for themselves. As a result, the residents of Guarma are constantly facing inflated prices and a shortage of necessary resources. Few people noticed, but there is a former volcano on Guarma that is impressive in size. Turtles and sharks were cut from the game, and in general, Guarma was originally supposed to play a much bigger role in the story and gameplay, being a full-fledged location with its own activities alongside the main map. In the game files, remnants were found of the ability to use the docks of Saint-Denis and Blackwater, as well as files indicating that the player could return to Guarma for 100. Also, a mission was cut on Guarma, where Arthur and Bill rescued the niece of Leon Fuentes. Well, even though Guarma is a small episode in the game that players usually rush through, it holds many interesting details. I hope that in their next game, Rockstar will be able to surprise us and show us more interesting places outside the familiar game world.